Actually, who do you like in that fight?
I like Bivol the first time. I kind of feel like I still like him this time. I kind of feel like he won the first fight, but they didn't
Yeah,
give it to him.
yeah,
115, 113 was very close. I could see a draw, but I think if Bivol wins, then you got to do the trilogy before you go to Benavidez. I think you have
yeah.
to do the third fight. You know,
I,
so
I think I'm lean.
I think I was just gonna say I think even from a betting perspective, like I would look at all right, are they gonna just give it to Bivol to milk the third fight?
I'm afraid that this is Floyd versus Castillo, or
Mm.
Ward versus Kovalev, where it's like the better fighter. He won the first fight easy. I mean, he won the first fight, and maybe he shouldn't have won it. And in the second fight, he kind of puts a stamp. That's what I think this is.
So you think Beterbiev wins by
Yeah,
more?
yeah.
That's interesting because he's older now too.
He's
Like,
older, but the fact that this fight is happening so quickly,
mm,
and the fact that like had this happened end of the year, I might be like, all right, you know what, damn, he could get over overnight. But the fact that it's only been like 6 months.
I think with Dmitry Bivol though,
Mhm.
here's the issue I have with backing him confidently this time.
Mhm.
He's gonna have to take more chances because
And that's
ultimately what lost him the first fight was the last 3 rounds where Beterbiev, even though Bivol was more efficient the entire fight,
yeah,
he was not busy enough those last 3 rounds. That's what swung it.
yeah. And if you go back to the seventh round, Bevo has stunned Better Beeve,
Yeah,
and then Better Beeve he hit him with a shot, and he was never the same for the rest of the fight.
yeah.
And that's what's scary because I think and that's why I said this could be Kovalev versus Ward too.
Hmm. You might be onto
Because
something there. The only thing I'm worried about is just the all right. How much is he going to age from fight to fight? Because in boxing, it just happens.
yeah,
Like
it
you
definitely
look
does.
you look at a guy, they
Mhm,
could look one way,
mhm,
and you could say, "Hey, Beterbiev looked a little bit older in that last fight anyway," because the output, like it took a while to get there, or whatever the case may be. Because I thought Bivol started really well, and then Beterbiev got going later.
mhm.
I do wonder in this fight, all right, are we just going to see Beterbiev not have it? Because that could happen to older guys. Bivol's not young either, but he's significantly younger than Beterbiev is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're talking 6 years.
Yeah, like so that's real interesting to me. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, for lack of a better way of putting it. But I also think with Beterbiev, like could he potentially stop Bivol if Bivol is forced to take more chances? Because he's gonna have to. He's going to have to if it's judged similarly that in the way that the first fight was.
yeah. That's a scary proposition. It's definitely.
Do you think Bivol could actually hurt him enough?
I don't.
But that's
I
that's the question. Like, if Bivol can't hurt him, how are you going to win this fight?
and that's why I like Better Beef.
Like, he can counter, he can tag him, but I'm not sure he could significantly hurt him. Is my concern. Whereas Better Biev, I mean, look, Bivol's got a chin, but I don't know if he could stand up to Artur Beterbiev. There's a reason why he was circling and moving around the way he was the first time. That's what he should
Yeah,
be doing, but I don't know.
yeah. It's
So
definitely gonna be interesting.
are you taking Beterbiev officially? Are you taking him by knockout?
No, I'm not taking him by knockout. I think here's the one thing I noticed. Anytime a fighter, like a lot of times when these big knockout punchers step up in class, you don't tend to see the knockout.
Eh, yeah.
So it's like that's my concern, and that's why I'm kind of having trouble, picking this. But I mean, we know Better Beef. I mean, he has that pop. He has crack.
What would it take for Bivol to win this?
He's got to outbox him for 12 rounds and just avoid. He's got to avoid. He's pretty much got to not make a mistake for 12 rounds. He's got to be Floyd versus Canelo.
Mm, I don't know if he could do both. That's the thing. Like, because you have to take more chances,
Yeah,
but you're gonna make a mistake at some point. Like,
yeah,
Beterbiev's too good.
and that's why I'm picking Better Beef. Like it's just I can't, like, there's just no way I could just see him having the perfect fight for 12 rounds. So yeah, I'm riding with better beef.
I'm not making an official pick yet, but I mean,
Mhm,
you're definitely not, because I'm like leaning Bivol, and you're definitely nudging me into like the better BF direction, because
mhm,
I usually in a boxer puncher versus counter puncher situation, I usually like the counter puncher. Like, to use Ward Kovalev as an
mhm,
example, like I thought Andre Ward eked it out the first time and obviously won the second time. And going into that fight, I was like, I would take Andre Ward because he just has more ways to win.
yeah.
Um, this one though, like it's tough. I stylistically, I would still lean Bivol, but like if it's judged the way the first fight was,
Mhm,
then that means Bevel's going to have to take more chances, and that means he's at risk of getting caught, and that's where I'm not as
mhm,
confident in him as I was for like Floyd versus Canelo, Andre Ward versus Kovalev, or any of those other examples where like you have the counter puncher facing the
mhm.
guy who's going to be more active with their hands.